Then there's a whole thing about silent letters like K in the word no. First, Miss Brickle told me that the K makes a K sound like the C in cat. That was confusing enough. After all, why would you want two letters to make the same sound? So, and CK. Naturally, I'm going to say the K sound. But then I find some words like no, ni, and knock when I'm reading. So during read aloud time, I messed up. I felt so undressed when I pronounced the K. What made it worse is that some people laughed at me, but it is not just K. There are a lot of other letters that have some stupid special rules about being silent. W is one of the letters I used to mess up in words like right and rep until I learned another stupid rule about it being silent too. I feel the same way about silent letters as I do about double letters. If you are not going to say them, why even put them in a word? I vote for getting rid of all double and silent letters in the English language. They are worthless and useless and confusing. Now that's just a few examples of the utter confusion I feel. Let me tell you more. The other day my class was reading about spraying a bug bomb on a honeybee comb. The book said that the bug bomb would kill the bees and the hive would become a tomb. Now I looked at comb, bomb, and tomb and thought they had to sound the same except for the first letter wrong. Each one was pronounced differently. Now I ask you, does that make a bit of sense? Of course it doesn't. But that's English. I was so confused that I wanted to slam my book shut, crawl under my desk, and hide. Oh no, spelling. And spelling doesn't get any better. During a spelling test last year, my teacher told us to spell fish, so I did. I spelled it potty. Miss Prickle, my teacher, called me to her desk after she looked at my spelling paper and asked why on earth I would spell fish potty. Just sounded odd, she said. But Miss Prickle, that's what I did. I told her the first sound is the F sound like the in pun. So I wrote PH. The second sound is like the I sound as in women. So I wrote an O. And the last sound is like the SH sound in lotion. So I loved TI. Miss Prickle just looked at me shrugged her shoulders, shook her head, smiled and said, "Oh, I see." But despite all the confusion and the embarrassing moments, it kept getting better the longer I am in a new country. Who knows, maybe someday I will speak English as well as if I were born speaking it. That's what my mom keeps telling me when I am going down in the dumps about the way I speak English now. Wouldn't that be great? Monday, 17th September. Today is Monday. We started going to school and the cold weather started. My uniform was the same as usual, but the temperature was not the same as usual. In the morning and afternoon, it was cool and good, but after English Academy, at nighttime, it was very cold for me. So I decided to wear warmer uniform tomorrow. Anyway, I went to school and there was not anything special, but in the 7th class we had campaign that saying I hate beating students. Beating, go away, go out of our school. Our school must not have any fighting, and all the students must not make others feel bad, and they have to be happy together, and many things that is unuseful. Useless is better, I think. It's not worthy to have even 10 minutes. We spent about 20 minutes for doing it. It's really useless. I hope we don't do that again. We did it this year once before. It was very boring, and this time again. So after school I went to Math Academy. I started learning new things. It was more difficult than before ones. And after Math Academy, I went to English Academy, and after English Academy I bought some snacks and came back to home and ate dinner. We had fried pork, not just usual pork. We call it jokbal. My mother bought it from Imart, and some fish balls and pizza. So I had a very good dinner.